Co-host also. Co-host.
When you are ready, start the video. You don't have to share screen, right? Madam,
Good afternoon, all. Namaste.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, very good afternoon.
Very good afternoon, sir.
I'm audible, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. It's very clear, sir.
Okay, thank you. Hello, Manu.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you have now disabled sharing, no? You'll be,
Yes, sir. Live streaming will be there, sir.
yeah. Now it is disabled. The sharing is not possible, right? Now? Okay, now it's possible. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You'll have the access to the sharing option, sir.
Yeah. It was not there earlier. Now it is there. Now it is there.
Now it's there. Okay, sir.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir. We can hear you, sir.
sir.
Hello? Hello?
Yes,
Hello?
sir. We can hear you, sir.
Yeah, please. Is it audible?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
it's clearly audible, sir.
Yes.
Nobody is going to talk only. Ravi Ganesh sir, namaste. Suhas here.
Ready, Allah, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
All
sir.
the best.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
ನಮ್ದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಲಿಂಕ್ ಆಚೀಚೆಲ್ಲ ಆಯ್ತು ಒಮ್ಮೆ ಇವತ್ತು
ಇರ್ಲಿ ತೊಂದಿಲ್ಲ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ
ಹೌದೌದೌದು ಹಾಗೆ ಅದು
ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಮರ್ಫೀಸ್ ಲಾ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಶುಡ್ ಗೋ ರಾಂಗ್ ದೆನ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ಫುಲ್.
ಹೌದು ಸರ್ ಹೌದು ಸರ್ ಈಗ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಸಿಪೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಕಾಣುತ್ತೆ, ಇನ್ನು ಆಡ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಈಗ ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ? ಎಷ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್?
Welcome everyone. The session will be starting soon, so kindly be tuned. Om Dhani Namaha. Sharada Ayurveda Medical College and Hospital proudly welcome one and all to a most awaited and enlightened webinar series on the topic tea technique and exam preparation. Since the inception in the year 2016, our hospital have provided support and relief for thousands of health seekers and patients. The commendable response and progress of our institution has been an inspiration for us to develop
Sorry about the trouble. We are having some technical problems here with the network. So we'll coming live shortly.
no education to begin without the presidential address. On behalf of all gathered here for the webinar, I welcome our principal, Dr. Ravi Mogra, for the presidential address. Dr. Mogra started his clinical and academic expertise in Ayurveda since the year 2006. Doctor was also the chief organizer for the National Seminar on Autism Spectrum Disorder during the year 2010, and also a recognized mentor for international Ayurveda students since last 20 years. Currently, Dr. Ravi Ganesh is the Chief Medical Officer and Head of the institution, Sharada Ayurveda Medical College and Hospital, Mangalore. I welcome you, sir, for the present address.
Namaste, everyone. Amidst this pandemic crisis, we are all in a dilemma, hoping for a normal tomorrow. We, the teachers and students, are sorting out all the possible platforms to keep us linked in this situation. Various online platforms have given us the magic wand to communicate and convey the subjects to our students. Yet, there are certain areas we have missed out. Before the time that you all could get oriented with the syllabus and exam patterns, the lockdown happened. Since then, students and parents have shared their queries with me. They were worried about their practical classes, they were worried about their upcoming examination, and a lot more. Looking into the seriousness of the matter, we, the Sharada Ayurveda Medical College and Hospital, Mangalore, have come up with this decision to deliver you a unique webinar series step, study technique and exam preparation. I am happy to say that we had overwhelming response from the students across India. Almost 900 students have registered from different universities which address Sorry, there was an interruption. So I welcome you once again to the occasion. Do utilize the platform and improve your skills and tackle the examinations confidently. Wishing you good luck for your examination. I heartily welcome all the guest speakers who have joined hands with us in this venture. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Professor, Head, the Department of Manovigyanam Evam Manasika, Trimasala Manjunatheshwara College of Ayurveda and Hospital, Hassan. Dr. Suhas started his career by specializing in Ayurveda mental health science during the year 2000. He was awarded the Distinction Grant from CCS New Delhi for a comparative study on Brahmikrita and Shamana and Kamsya in Assam. The doctor was also affected with Devinagara. Now let me take this opportunity to welcome the keynote speaker to the session on motivational talk on examination and beyond. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Lakshmi. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you just enable me to join the screen? It says that host sharing disabled.
Just a second, sir. We are looking into it.
Yeah,
One
sure,
second.
sure.
Now you can share, sir. We have 10 seconds.
Are you able to see the slides, Dr. Manu?
Sure, sir. We can hear that. We can hear and
Sir, go.
we can see the slides, sir.
Okay.
We have resolved all issues, sir. Please go ahead, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
A very good afternoon to all of you. At the outset, let me thank the entire organizers of Sharada Ayurvedic College, headed by Dr. Ravi Ganesh and his entire team, for this wonderful initiative of boosting the confidence among the first year BMS students from various parts of Karnataka as well as from other parts of the state. It's indeed a great honor for me to be a part of this webinar, and rightly said that it's a step towards making the person or the students confident about these particular issues. I all thank all the organizing committee members, especially Dr. Manu, Dr. Lakshmi, the entire team for this wonderful initiation and taking all the efforts and pain in organizing this webinar. So once again, I am very happy to be part of this webinar, and I would like to share a few of my experiences in the field of the study techniques and exam preparations. So dear students, what comes to your mind whenever you think of the word examination? You can just put your views in the chat box of what is that one word that comes to your mind whenever you talk about examination. I'm not sure whether I'll be able to see this on my chat box, but you can just put out in whichever platform you are there. You can just put your views of what is that one word that comes to your mind whenever you think, talk, remember, feel about examination.
Sir, they have shared the view as fear, sir.
Fear. Okay. Yeah. Anything else?
The fear that is repeated for 2 times, sir.
Okay. Yeah, dear students, I would like to have few more opinions, few more words, those which is related with examination. What is that one word which comes to your mind whenever you think about the word examination?
So they have shared about loss of practice, then stress, then studying the sloka, blank out.
Okay.
That's it,
Yeah. See, you also do some examination of the patient, right? The examination is not just examination, university examination. Examination is a very general term. And this examination could be any examination. Maybe you're examining the patient, you're examining your friends. It could be something, anything. Okay? But as rightly pointed out by most of the students, so whenever we think of examination, probably one of the most important word that we get connected is fear, stress, palpitation, lack of concentration. So this is what has been related. So dear students, more than this, examination is an opportunity for you to showcase your talent. It is an opportunity to express whatever you have studied. And this, when you take this as an opportunity and express your views in the examination, I think this fear should get away from all of you. So with this background, I would like to today present to you a few of the important study techniques and the critical skills that is required and how exactly you could prepare for the examination. Regarding the subjects specific, I think there are various excellent speakers who will follow up in next few days. We'll be covering the specific subjects in specific, but in general, I'll be talking about the examination. So how to prepare the exam for the examination, what you should do before examination, what you should do during the examination, and what you should do after the examination. Like in Ayurveda, just as we have Purva Karma, Pradhana Karma, and Paschat Karma, we also could have a Purva Karma for the examination, the Pradhana Karma for the examination, and the Paschat Karma for the examination. I think there is nothing much that you should be able to do before the examination apart from preparation. I think preparation is the one and the foremost thing that you should do. But you can definitely use various techniques which suits you, which you can get adopted. And each one of us can have our own unique technique of having the study techniques. So that is where you should be able to do more than what you can understand your or realize your potentials and see that you can build up your career. You need not worry about examination because examination is not everything. Okay, though it's an important area of assessment, but there have been a lot of examples, a lot of real life examples that we could see in and around us, not only in our institution, colleges, but various parts of the world that we could see that a lot of people who had failures, who had difficulties, who were finding difficult to pass the examination have become or given a great impact in their own field. So that's the reason why there's no problem if at all there is some amount of failure. But let's not just aim for the failure. Let's see that whatever is our difficulties, we overcome these difficulties and we'll be able to come out of these difficulties and do the sharing of this. Okay. So with this background, I would like to just explain a few of the important points that you should be able to remember for the examination preparation. See, as you all know, we are under a tremendous new period. Everybody has this COVID crisis. I think we always have been talking about the negative impact that this COVID has been doing. But at the same time, there are a lot of positive things to be taken up. I think the first year BMS batch of this year should be called as COVID pandemic batch. This is a very unique batch because I think you never would have guessed that such scenario would come to us and you will be at home, staying with your parents and doing online classes, not attending OPDs, not attending the classrooms. So it is very, very unique. And that is what life is all about. There will be a lot of uncertainty in life, lot of things which you may not guess. And that is the beauty and curse of life. The unexpected things that could happen in our life is what we have to learn from it. Okay. So we'll be talking much beyond the examination, not just restricted to the examination. See, we always have been talking about this lockdown and the negative impacts that it has done. It has really caused various physical, mental, psychological, social, financial impact on each and everybody's life. I think there's no much need to talk about the negative impact that this situation has caused to us. But at the same time, it has created plenty of opportunities for each one of us. Each one of us, it's a time to restart, refocus, understand what exactly we are able to do. And probably God has given a time to focus about ourselves and to see that what exactly is our aim and what is the path that we are taking to fulfill our aim. This pandemic has contributed enormous for the development of Ayurveda and other Ayush system. People have been talking enormously about the potentials of Ayurveda and other indigenous system of medicine. And that is where it has given a great push to Ayurveda. And this is a time when we should take these opportunities forward. At the same time, if we think of the environment, The environment is becoming more clearer, more fresh. The saturation level is much higher. As you all know, dear students, today is also the World Ozone Day. The ozone is becoming much, much better. We are getting protected by this earth. So probably each one of us needed a break. And that's the reason why the God has given a break in the form of Corona or COVID pandemic. Probably we also got some time to spend with our family, understanding each other, building the bondage. As you all know, family becomes a very, very important part for the relationship. So they are a very important supportive part of anybody's. So it has given us a chance to be with the family and to understand each other. At the same time, it has given us a lot of opportunity to learn new things, a lot of online classes, a lot of online courses. And at the same time, you have been connected with a lot of people. Probably if the pandemic would have not been there, probably we don't have this platform to share our views and we could not have this discussion. So this is what we have been doing. And we're getting so many people getting connected, so many webinars happening, so many talks happening, and so many interesting learning opportunities that we are getting at the same time. So when I talk about opportunities, O stands for opportunities. And you see that I have marked O in the word today and tomorrow. This O or the opportunity is never there in yesterday. So the O is not there in yesterday. It is just present once in today. And there are 3 O's in tomorrow, which means that whatever is past, we not worry about that. We need to just learn the experience of the past. What is today is very, very important. And we could have some difficulties, failures today. There's plenty of opportunities waiting for us tomorrow. So this is what is meant by opportunity yesterday, today, and tomorrow. So if at all you have if at all there is some failure, this is not the end of your life. See, we could see that many people, many students commit suicides. They have suicidal thoughts whenever they some failures in the examination. In fact, the exam that you write in the university is not the real exam. The exam really starts after you complete your course. After you complete your examination, the real examination starts, because the society will be examining you more than your teachers or the examiners. So whenever you have the opportunities, make the best use of the opportunities. Have a habit of reading. Not just tackling that you should read about your academics, but also read some motivational books, some books which can always give you good knowledge, good information about the things that's happening in and around us. So this is a time when we can utilize for reading. And definitely, this is the time when we should really talk about. And I think the first word that came to your mind whenever you talked about examination was fear. So let's talk about why this fear and what could be done for this fear. See, now at present, we are all having fear of these 2 words, C and E, where C stands for Corona or COVID-19 and E stands for examination. But more than this COVID and examination, there are a lot of positive things that can come out of this, the word C and E. C, as students, you should be very, very critical. You should have your imagination, exploration of doing new things, trying to find out new information by talking to your teachers, by reading the books, and you should try to find out some answers. You should be very creative. You should not just think A plus B is equal to C. You should always think beyond the box. Think out of the box. That is very, very important for a student. If at all your teacher says something, you should always try to question, why this? Why? Where? When? How? What? So these are the questions that you should always ask yourself or to your teachers. Try to collaborate with your friends, collaborate with your family, so that it's always a learning experience. And be curious of learning new things, because until unless you enjoy the things that you're doing, you will never be successful. So enjoy what you're doing and do what you enjoy, and try to communicate. Use all possible means of communicating, but use at the same time, you should be careful in usage of the communication tools like mobiles, internet. It should be used as an educational tool rather than just a tool which can be used for enjoyment or just for entertainment. It is beyond that. That's the reason why you should be very, very careful in its usage. Apart from examination, engage yourself in fruitful learning. Try to explore the various opportunities that you have in learning and experience that. And whatever, like read them, try to understand them. Wherever you find difficulties, take the help of your teachers and express it. See, that is why, see, if you have any doubts, if you have any questions, don't keep to yourself. Always ask your teachers, try to share your issues, and that is where you could really excel in your academics. See, there are plenty of examples that I can quote about the successful failures. See, what is this word called as successful failures? These were the individuals who were initially failure either in the examination or an initial part of their career. But later on, they had so much of confidence and they have so much of self-belief in themselves that they went on to become the pioneers in their own fields. Maybe Walt Disney in the field of animation, Stephen King, as you all know, the author of Carrie, the horror book, the Oprah Winfrey Show, the J.K. Rowling's, the creator of Harry Potter, Bill Gates for Microsoft, and KFC, the Sanders uncle, and not only them, there are plenty of people available within us, maybe Mahatma Gandhi, Narendra Modi, and even not only, we need not think of very big, there could be many people in and around our family, our friends, our society, who have been failures initially, been very successful because of their desire, dedication, and determination. So coming to the examination fear, who gets this examination fear? See, little amount of fear is always important because there are two types of fear called as eustress and distress. Eustress is always important for the optimum number of stress. So little bit of anxiety, little bit of pumping is very, very important for the success. Whereas when it becomes excessive, beyond your control, when it crosses the level of optimum level, that is where it could have various negative impact on the body, mind, cognition, and the individual personalities. See, that is where little bit of fear, it's like you're playing a guitar or any string instrument, and it gives only good sound when the tension is optimum. If it is less or more, it could not give you good sound. Similarly is the fear, especially the exam fear. Little bit of anxiety, little bit of fear is always will enhance you for the best of the performance. But when you start studying at the very end, you try to study only very, very important points. You study for the pressure of your parents or teachers. You fear of punishment. I don't think most of the students may not have this fear now. And especially when you try to have this inferiority complex among yourself, you feel you're emotionally weak and there are some important examinations like final examination, university examination. There are a lot of other exam stress happening. There's someone in the family who is not well. Someone is suffering with COVID in the family. These are all important stress that you could suffer with. See, that is why to conquer this examination fear, there is something called as foundation, wall, and roof. The foundation is made up of healthy body, healthy mind, and the walls are made by proper study techniques. And the roof, which is very, very important, is by self-motivation. To have a good, healthy body, you should take care of all your sense organs, especially your eyes, ears, etc. Taking care of them is very, very important. You should study in a good light, good environment when there is plenty of sufficient aeration, ventilation. Very important is food. You should take sufficient, good, nutritious food because as you all know that the brain requires 80 to 90% of the nutrition, and for it to think, to be creative and to retain what you study, the brain requires nourishment which is provided by the food. At the same time, you should do some physical exercises so that you have healthy muscles. So regular intake of balanced food, especially try to avoid all the junk foods, fast foods. See, junk is something which is waste and fast is that which will take your life very fast. So avoid both of them. Instead of that, have very healthy food which is prepared at home, which is clean, and regular exercise. And whenever there is any of the health issues, maybe cold, fever, headache, gastritis, etc., try to take care immediately so that you can resolve the problem at the earliest. But having the control over your mind is very, very important, because mind is related with monkey and it can just get wandered, and especially during the examination part. So it's important that you focus yourself controlling your sense organs, not get attracted towards various distractions, maybe like mobiles, internet, WhatsApp, Facebook, and many, many other things which are been disturbing us. It's very important to have a control over your thoughts. So that is why use all the techniques like yoga, meditation, and relaxation techniques, which can be used to control your mind. So that is where there are 12 rules of mental health, which says that you need to expect less, give the best. That is what Lord Krishna says, Karmanya vadikaraste mahaphaleshu kadachana. Give your best and God will definitely bless you with the best. And if all you have negative thinkings, a failure in the previous attempts, don't worry about that. Okay, it's a new beginning. You can definitely be successful. And what is important is today. And that is where you should accept the realities. And try to be aware, be alone. Try to avoid being loneliness. So try to be mingling with people and sharing your feelings. See, that is where you can always explore outside. Have some good hobbies, maybe singing, dancing, reading, whichever can make you happy and healthy, and express them and be active. So that is the reason why you should be physically active and mentally relaxed, and learn new skills of learning, reading, remembering the things. And whenever there are multiple problems, try to tackle one by one based on that which is a more priority, and always have good, healthy lifestyle. So the environment where you study is also very, very important. Study in a place which is quite less noise. The places is very clean, and it is very pleasant to your sense organs, because as you all know, the perception of sense organs is very, very important for the mind to be pleasant. Some nice fragrance, and the room is very well cleaned. So this is the environment, and try to study at a particular place and try to study at a particular time. Have a timetable for your life. So there are various wrong methods that students prefer, which they should avoid, like just by hearting slokas without understanding the meanings, reading for a very long time without giving a breaks for 6 hours, 8 hours. But at the end, if you ask 6 to 7 sentences, they find difficult to repeat. Just randomly picking something and reading. So you should be you should have a proper plan, and you should work out your plans. Just reading some old senior notes, or somebody has written many years back, just reading the same things. Instead of that, you should go to the original text, go to the original Samhita and read from them. And you should not limit your reading to only examination, and not just memorizing the things. And whatever you should write, you should be able to write what you are able to read. And sometimes you don't discuss what has been read, and you don't have food properly. And very important is sleep. Sleep plays a very, very important role. It is like just like you charge your mobile when there is no battery. So similar effect is of the whole of your night sleep. And just don't study anywhere. Have a nice place, a nice time with proper ventilation, and don't study in the halls or where there are a lot of people coming, and it will cause a lot of distractions. Sit in a room which is quiet and which is comfortable, which is clean, well ventilated, and it's a good environment for you to read. See, there's a reason why there are scientific ways of studying techniques, like a fixed time. Okay, people generally ask when we should study, whether you should study in the morning or whether you should study in the night. You can study at both time. It depends upon when you want to study. And generally they say that early morning, as Rami Murtha, it is said that the native oxygen is more. So that's the reason why your concentration, attention is much higher. So that's the reason why you can do better in the morning. But it's left to you how you decide what time you would like to study. There should not be much external disturbances. Always try to take the help of your friends, read the complete syllabus, and also give importance for those subjects which are difficult for you. You feel that anatomy is difficult or Sanskrit is difficult or Kriya is difficult, try to have a mixture of both the easy subjects and the difficult subjects, but try to cover all the subjects and all the topics and try to revise what you have studied. And also take some time for the extracurricular activities, which is of your interest, maybe singing, dancing, drawing, and at the same time try to read from the original textbooks and also have some healthy discussion with your friends. See, there is a beautiful techniques called as 8R of how to study and excel in your studies. First, you should read only for 30 to 40 minutes. Okay. Then whatever you try to write it for 10 minutes. And then relax for another 5 minutes. Then try to discuss with your friends about that particular topic. And then when you're talking with them, try to recall whatever you have studied for 30 to 40 minutes. And if at all you don't remember the things, if you're not able to repeat it, you can again look over the books. Very importantly, there should be a regular food habits, relaxation, and refer always good original authoritative textbooks. So this is what is very, very important. Read for 30 to 40 minutes, write what you have read, take a break for 5 minutes, talk to your friends, try to recall what you have studied. If at all you're not able to find out anything, you repeat that and indulge in regular practice of food, sleep, etc. and always read from the original textbooks. So these are very, very important to get good information about any subject. And most importantly, so you should not, your parents or your friends should always not just tell to read. You should read for yourself. You should be self-motivated as a professional student. You should be self-motivated. You should study to gain the knowledge, improve your skills. And very importantly, you should, if you struggle now, put a lot of efforts, you'll be happy in your whole life. If you're lazy now, you have to struggle the whole life. This is very, very important. So understand your potentials and make the best use of your potentials, both physically and mentally. Have good dreams. Have good dreams. Dreams is not that you see at the night. Dreams is the one which is not allow you to sleep. Have a committed aim of your life. This is what I want to become after 5 years, after 10 years. I should become a practitioner. I should become a teacher. I should set up my own center. This is what you should have the dream and work for the dream. Have discipline, commitment, determination. Well, very importantly is the dedication. It should be a constant journey rather than a destination. And just have the faith in your teachers, faith in your God, and this will definitely, the God and teachers will bless you to do the best. Just don't restrict yourself to only examination, because examination is a part of your life. It is not everything. What is more important is the knowledge. Most important is the attitude that you should generate, and generate all possible skills. That is what is called as KAS, knowledge, attitude, and skills. And try to develop life skills. How will you handle failures? Something goes wrong. Okay. How will you do that? What will happen? Suppose something goes wrong in the family. You're going to some places, you come across some accidents. How are you going to manage? How are you going to contact the peoples? Or something happens you're writing the exams and something goes wrong. How are you going to face that? That is more important. So why we have difficulties? Because we are not prepared to accept or face the failures. And have the dream and make all efforts to fulfill your dreams, because this life is very, very beautiful. It's a beautiful journey that we have. Make the best use of all these things. And very, very important is whenever you are writing the examination, see, you should take care to manage the time. Because many times when our student comes out of the examination hall, the most common complaints is time sakaglela. I couldn't manage my time. No, you know how many questions are there. You know, it's a 3 hours examination. You should be able to manage the time. You should write what is asked, or how much marks is asked. You should not write what you know. Okay, you should have that flexibility of writing what is asked in the exams, for how much marks it is asked, not how much you know, because sometimes they may have asked only for 2 marks, right? a particular name of an artery. Okay, but you write everything about its anatomical structures. It is not required. So you should write what is asked, and very, very important, write what is or how much marks it is asked, right? So to conclude, it's very, very important that you should lead a very, very happy and healthy life, for which you should follow a rule called as ABCD4321, where A stands for away from distraction, B is better planning for the life as well as for the examination, C, being cheerful, enjoy what you're doing, enjoy what you're reading, and prepare and give your best. D, at least 20 minutes of exercise 5 times a week is very, very important. Regular exercises will release endorphins, and these endorphins will keep you much, much relaxed and happy. 4 liters of water. In other words, plenty of water, because it rehydrates your tissues and keeps you charged. 3 times timely, balanced sattvic food. 2 times of mild prayer and exercises or yoga, and at least have 1 recreational activities. So which will keep you fresh, maybe singing, dancing, drawing, anything which will be of your area of interest. Okay. So health or life is full expression of life. So health is defined as you should live the life the fullest of its expression. Expand, explore, so that you make the best of these opportunities. So this examination is also a wonderful opportunity for you to express whatever you know, either in the form of a theoretical examination or practical examination, viva, whatever is there, whatever is your area of interest, or in whichever you are good. See, try to understand what is your strength, where exactly you are weak, and try to understand what are the various opportunities and challenges that you have, so that you could overcome all these difficulties. So I don't conclude here. I would like to say, I would like to begin saying that you need to unlock your mind, unlock your soul, unlock your body, so that the knowledge becomes unlocked. So wish you all happy pandemic and happy examination, and wish you all the very best. May God bless you all. Put the best efforts. Don't be confused in putting the efforts. Make the best effort that you can do from your side. Take the help of your friends, take the help of your teachers, follow a proper guidance of the elders, so that you can definitely be happy and successful in your life. And once again, thank the organizers for these wonderful opportunities, and forward for various questions from the students, so that I could answer for their questions. Thank you, Reno.
Thank you, sir. So we have received some queries. The first question is, forgetting whatever studied, especially slokas.
Yeah. See, this is everybody do not have this talent of remembering the shlokas. Okay, each one of us definitely have our own ability, capacity, interest. It always is there. Okay, but if you put efforts, see, there is nothing better than rehearsals. See, suppose you want to perform something, you want to perform a dance or singing, no? The more you try to do the rehearsals, the better will be the performance. So there is nothing better than doing the performance. So try to maybe, see, nowadays you have this mobiles and all. You can just recite the shlokas and try to, whenever you're free, and then hearing the song of some Bollywood or some Sunidhi Chauhan, no? You can hear your own shlokas of your either friends or whom you could record it. Okay, so read and forget, but don't forget to read. Read the shlokas, but don't forget to remember the shlokas. But I think if you can do the rehearsals, go on repeating again and again. Try to exchange rather than exchanging some messages. You can always exchange some shlokas. Talking to somebody, you can always reply them with some shlokas. So when you make this shloka an enjoyable phenomena, I think we'll definitely be successful. I think the best thing is doing rehearsals.
Okay, so we have one more question. How to release the stress during the exam panic situation.
Yeah. See what happens many times. No, this is a common phenomena that people will have. That they might have studied very well and they are well prepared. But whenever they sit in the examination, they really find difficult to answer. They become blank. Okay. So that's the reason why you should never skip the meal. You should never skip the previous day night. You should not do night outs before the examination, because it can lead you to become blank. So try to have good food and good sleep before the day of examination. And if at all you have that you are getting blank, take deep breath for a few seconds, maybe for 10 to 15 seconds. Try to remember that particular point in which you are confident, and that one particular question in which you are confident. You try to answer that particular question initially. Then gradually there'll be initial butterflies will be there in everybody. That is called as initial anxiety. And that will be while you want to present something, no, everybody will have that initial anxiety, but you'll definitely settle down when you calm yourself. So try to calm yourself, start writing that question in which you're confident, and later on the confidence will follow you.
So one more question was there about blank out, which you already answered. So by this we conclude today's session.
If there are any more questions, I'll be very happy to answer, dear students. I'm looking forward for many more questions. So that's the reason I stopped a bit earlier, with the expectation that I could take up more questions from your side. So if there are still any more questions in general about stress, anxiety, fear, depression, lack of sleep, lack of concentration, lack of memory, anything that you would like to ask, I'll be very happy to answer.
Sir, there is hello. Sir, there is one more query that students say, because they are in first year. It's a beginning of their career of this profession, and really they are confused how the things will go, whether they will have in issues in upcoming their about their studies and continuation of second profession. And even the few university has started second profession classes also. So that's why the most of the students, they are worried, because their practical examination is pending, practical is pending, and even the theory part too. However, they have finished, all the colleges have finished their portion through online, but still the students are having the doubt how the things will go, especially the examination, not only the examination part, about continuation of second year, and maybe whether the exams will be preponed in they have, sir.
Yes, sir. I think this is a real big question that I think most of the students who are attending this webinar might be having about not clear what could be the future, and when they could have their exams, and whether they should study for the second year or they should study for the first year, to where to focus. I think this is a real big challenge that I think most of the students are facing at present. But dear students, uncertainty is the beauty of life. Everything happens as per our plan. I think life becomes very boring. So this is a challenge that you have to face it. Definitely you have to face it now, and take one by one. At present, try to take the help of your teachers who can definitely guide you. Believe in yourself. There's nothing to get panic. It is not only for you, or this is not only for your college, entire university and entire people across India, across the world. Okay, everybody has this problem. So now it's left to us how you could cope up with this particular. See, the most important part in any stress management, there are only two things which happens because of stress. Either there is excessive demand or there is a reduced resources. And that is where there are only two remedy for any step of stress management. Either you should reduce your demand or increase your resources. So examination is definitely a demand. So you cannot reduce the demand, but definitely you can improve your resources. So that is where, as a student, should have plan A. And if plan A do not work, you should always have plan B. And if plan B do not work, there is A to Z. There are 26 plans that you can have. So life is, that is a beauty and crush of life, being uncertain. But believe in yourself, and this difficult period is going to come, is going to settle down, just as the vibration happens in a sea or in a river with some tornado. Definitely this corona also will settle down, and everything is going to have, we're going to have a normal life. So this is be mentally adaptive, flexible to face. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So by this, we conclude today's session. And tomorrow, we will continue with the sessions on Rachna Sharira and further continue with detailed sessions of first-year topics. So tomorrow, the keynote address will be by Dr. Uma B. Gopal, and Dr. Ranjit Warrior will continue with exam preparation and weightage of questions, as well as Dr. Manu Krishnan will be dealing with presentation skills. So thus we conclude today's session. Thank you all.
So I once again thank the organizers for this wonderful opportunity. Thank you, Vanita.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Hope all students will rejoin tomorrow and we'll have a good session. And it's a very important session tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you.